Review game was going on, but we in the new area. Well, I won't say we in the new area. Let's change the scenery though. I felt like this was the perfect area to record this video. We are y'all already know about the title of the video, so it really ain't too much you feel me to get into. But we have a total of 15 questions, and we have a bonus question which will make it 16. This is a part one video. The other one will be probably somewhere down the line, you know. This one is just like kind of like a more so get to know me type of one. The other one to be more deeper and goal oriented, I would say. Like in all, it's a total of 30 questions, but I broke it down to 15. And actually, one of these questions are from the other half, but I feel like this one should be thrown in there because it gives depth onto why I am the person I am. So yeah, let's start off with number one. Number one is, what made you start YouTube? As a kid, I would say as a kid, like watching YouTube growing up, watching YouTube and stuff like that, it was always, I would guess, it was cool seeing people, make videos and stuff like that, like playing games or just doing anything outside or anything like that. I used to want to do that when I was a kid, but didn't have the equipment or anything like that. Couldn't get any of the equipment to make YouTube videos, like a camera, PC and stuff like that. We did used to have one, but it was like an old Windows one. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, that one stopped. So it's like, okay, it's a lot to get a new one. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, as a kid, I always wanted to do that, and I did start doing it maybe when I was like 10 or 11. But after that, it's kind of like it fluctuated between me wanting to and not until I finally decided to take it serious. Question two is, what's one thing people always get wrong about you? This one is actually funny. Cause even my homegirl, she even told me this one time, but she was like, I look unapproachable. Like my regular face, like my resting face. She said it looks intimidating, and she was like, if she like before she knew me, she was like, if she saw me in public, she wouldn't approach me because I look mean, and like it looked like I would cut somebody out or something like that. But in all honesty, I'm actually pretty chill, laid back person. I don't really be on too much. I'm really chill. And 9 times out of 10, if you see me in public, I got my headphones with me and my headphones in playing music. So yeah, if y'all ever did run into me in public, say what's up. Cause like, like I said, I'm very laid back and chill. Not really, sporadic in in public places. Really, I'm antisocial. You feel me? Number 3 is, what is your biggest goal for this year? I would say my biggest goal for this year is hitting 1,000 subs here on YouTube. We're at 87 now. I believe we could do it. The short-term goal for right now would be reaching 500, but long-term is 1,000. I believe it can be done. It just got a consistency and making sure that the main thing is the main thing, and we'll get there. We'll get there for sure. What's something you're proud of that nobody knows? Honestly, I'm proud of my growth, actually. being able to control the things that I can control and the things that I can't, just letting it be and letting the sleeping dog lie is a thing of mine that like I'm proud of. Like over the past year and a half, you know, the ending of 2024 and all of 2025, I learned how to just, you know, let some things be and leave it where it's at. So like that's one thing I'm proud of myself, you know, being able to just see the growth that I've had up until this point and seeing like the type of person I want to actually become moving forward and the type of person I want to be moving forward. What motivates you to keep going is question number 5. Honestly, it's my mama. Growing up, I've seen my mama overcome a lot of things. I've seen my mama, you know, be the father and mother to me and my sister. So like, you know, being able to all right, we're back. Camera cut off, but we good. To finish that question though, being able to make it and to see the smile on her face when she basically sees that she don't have to worry about anything no more. That's probably that's the number one thing on my list. You know what I'm saying? To be able to see her live comfortable because she ain't getting no older. You know, that's that I just want her to be able to say my son did it, and he did it for everybody that he said he was gonna do it for. You know, it took time, but it happened, and and she basically saying she happy and proud that she didn't make me look another way. Number 6 says, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? I've had a lot of embarrassing moments, like as a kid, teenager, adult. I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. I think my most embarrassing will probably be it would be when we was playing kickball. This was a while back in elementary school. We was playing kickball, and I remember I was playing, I think, second base, or I was playing outfield. And I remember the ball was rolling and I was running after it, and I tried to put my foot in front of the ball to stop it, and the ball did not stop behind my foot. It was under my foot. So I stepped down and I rolled with the ball and fell on my tailbone. And it hurt bad to get up. I fell in front of the girls and everything. And it was just all bad. But then like it was embarrassing, but also on the same note, are you okay? You know what I'm saying, type of thing. So it was like 50-50. Another one would be I was working for my grandparents' business. The floor was slippery, and I remember I had slides on wall. I walked across it, and by the time I got to the end of the hallway, the whole bottom of my slide was completely soaked and wet. So as I'm getting to the end of it, I just start sliding uncontrollably, and it was one of those, like, if I stop, I'm gonna fall if I try to stop. So I just gotta keep going with it until eventually, like, I get some type of friction. But yeah, I ended up not getting the friction I was looking for. But my sister came around the corner in time and just, grabbed me and held me up so I could get onto the carpet. Question 7 would be, question 7 says, if your friends had to describe you in one word, what would it be? This is probably gonna be very vague if I'm really honestly saying this, but real. One thing about me, I always keep it real with everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. That's how I was raised to be. You know, it's better to just keep it real with people than let them hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? No matter how harsh it may sound, you know, it's better to just keep it real and tell them how it is than, you know, let them go on about their day without them hearing it. Cause then if you tell them what they want to hear and it backfires on them, you know, you'll be the one to blame for it. You tell them how it is, and they go do something completely different, and or they do exactly what you insisted or suggested. At the end of the day, you kept it real with them, and they kept it real with whatever situation they was dealing with, and you know, if it didn't work out how they wanted it to, then that was the lesson in it. Whatever you wanted out of that was not what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Number 8 is, what is a weird habit you have? I don't think this is really a weird habit. But bro, like, I wouldn't say a clean freak, but dude, no cap, when I like, say if it's real hot outside, bro, if y'all ever got to the point of like okay, hold on, no, let me put it in perspective. If y'all ever gotten hot, so hot to where you feel sticky, you know what I'm saying, bro, anytime it's like that, or anytime I feel like that where it's hot and I feel sticky, bro, I hop in the shower. I immediately hop in the shower. Like, even if I'm not home and I feel like that, I hop in the car, I go home to shower. No cap, and that's just how it is. Like, no amount of AC, fans, whatever the case may be, make me change my mind about it. I'm still, even if I get in the AC, I'm still gonna go home and take a shower. That's just, I don't think that's weird. I just think that's like wanting to be clean, feeling clean, you know. Number 9 says, what's the worst date you ever been on? Honestly, I've only been on one. I don't really count middle school, early high school as one, because like, that's limited to what you can do, depending on it's very limited to what you can do as a teenager. I won't call it the worst one because I've only been on one, so I wouldn't know how another one is. But I do, I can say for the one that I did go on, it was cool. I enjoyed my time, but it was the lack of communication and just the feeling of the feeling not being mutual was like what kind of threw it off. Like, I feel like what I said, everything was in one ear, out the other. Not really, everything just kind of fell on deaf ears, but, it is what it is now. It's out my mind, cool, whatever. What is a Delulu thing? Oh, this is question 10. My fault. Question 10 says, what is a Delulu thing you believe in for no reason? Karma. That's a lot of people look at it different. A lot of people think, karma isn't real. Me, I 100% believe in it, because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, I can say this from experience. I've done bad things before in the past, and what you get back from that 10 times worse. Like, you could have stole a charger block. You could have stole a charger block. What comes after that, though, is unimaginable. You could need money for a charger block or a charger and be 30 cents short every time, and it's like, I'm never gonna get it, am I? But that's your karma that's your karma for taking the charger block, you know, or to come in some different fashion. Like you might fall in love with a girl that check off all the boxes, and you crash out, and then you lose that one forever, and then now you gotta settle for next best thing, if it is a next best thing. Like it just coming, one thing could lead to a whole bunch of different scenarios, which is crazy. Because what you think it might have, like, you know what I'm saying, the charger block, you might think, okay, I might need a charger or a charger block later on and can't afford one. Whole time it could be something even more major. And we kind of breezed through them first 10 questions. We are down to our last 5, including and then the bonus question, so last 6. This one kind of gets a little personal, little bit, maybe, I don't know. If you want to call it that, I guess, I don't know. But question 11 says, are you single or talking to somebody? I'm single. If you join the streams, you will know, like, I'm always by myself or I'm with my family, I'm my homeboys. That's really all it is to it. I feel like the generation we in, I can't do it. And also, like, the peace that I've built around myself, I can't let nobody come in and just ruin my peace like that. Because I would be very highly upset. And plus I'm too real for all the BS and manipulation, I'm too real for all of that. You come over here with all that, seeing on you gotta go, sweetheart. I don't know where you going, I don't care where you go, but you gotta get from around me, It'll be cool though, but not right now. I gotta focus on me and getting what I want and accomplishing what I need to accomplish. Question 12 say, what is a red flag you will never ignore? It's a couple red flags. So I'm gonna rank it. I'm gonna rank it 1 to 3, maybe 1 to 5, with number 1 being like, I will never, like, that's one thing that I cannot stand, I think we'll just do 3. So number 3, I would say still in contact with past talking situationships, exes, any of that. I don't care if y'all been friends before. I don't care about none of that. You dealing with me, they gotta be gone. You feel me? Number 2, if you always listen to your friends, like, I can't stand that. Because you mean to tell me your single friends who can't keep a man trying to tell you what to do in your relationship? Like, what? That don't make sense to me. They can't keep one, and you sitting up here listening to them trying to tell you what to do with your relationship. Like, that don't add up. That does not add up. And then number 1, I would say the consistency with communication. You can't communicate how you feel. Well, no, hold on. Backtrack real quick. Okay, say you going somewhere, right? And you communicate that you going somewhere, right? Cool. I'm not tripping. But if I check the location and where you said you was gonna be is not where you at, and you didn't let me know that you was heading over that way, then it's a problem. Because it's like, you couldn't have took the time to say something, even if we talking. You feel me? Even if we talking. If you go out of town and you can't text me, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with something, you can't let me know, like, all of that is red flag territory. Like, it don't take long, it don't take much to say I'm dealing with something, you know. Can we talk? Can I talk about it with you? Whatever the case may be, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a judgmental person. We all done things. And I tell people that who's new to the community, I'm not a judgmental person because I done things I ain't proud of. You done things you ain't proud of. Like, who am I to judge you? Who are you to judge me off of the choices we made and things we did over the course of our life? That make no sense. So if you can't talk to me about the little things, how can you expect me to help you with the big? Not even help you. How can you expect me to be there for the big things if you can't communicate the little things? You know. Question 13 says, "What's your type?" I mean, I would say I don't have a type, but I do like light skin, brown skin, braces, nice smile. Like, I love a nice smile. Like, that's what's gonna draw me in. Off rip, nice smile. Like, a nice smile with a lip comb, that's gonna get me every time. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? Hold on, because a lot of people might feel it. A lot of people gonna feel the type of way about this, but a woman that pull off the natural look all the time, like, you can wear the makeup and all, that's cool and all, but if that natural look outdo the makeup, oh my gosh, I love a natural woman. That's top tier. You feel me? And a lot of the men in the community, you know, feel the same way about that too. You know, they don't like all that over and above crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it, but that's a lot of us in the community prefer that. Well, in my community on Twitch and YouTube. I guess this will go into. I guess this is a part. Yeah, not a part two, but it goes into what I just said. For question 14 is, what's the turn on that instantly gets your attention? A smile, a nice smile. That's it. A nice smile. You feel me? And people might get that misconstrued. I'm not saying a perfect smile, a nice smile. You feel me? And question 15 says, would you ever date a supporter of yours? Yeah, I don't see what the problem would be with that. The problem would be, that sounded right, I think. I don't see a problem with that. If our goals aligned and if everything was just like timing was right and things of that nature was cool, then yeah, I don't see why not. You feel me? I don't think it would be an uproar. You feel me? But it would take, like, I would have to have that feeling of, okay, yeah, this the right move, this the right timing, everything lined up perfect. And then question 16, or the bonus question, is, what's something from your childhood that shaped who you are today? I wouldn't say it was something, but someone, which was my grandfather. He really shaped me to the person I am today and to who I became over the years. He really had a big impact on my life growing up. You know, taught me a lot of valuable lessons that I still hold to this day. And you know, I still, even with my little cousin, I passed that down to him too, and teach him the same way that I was taught, you know. But I also hear him out with what he want, with things that he want to say. And I never, I never push him to the side when he's saying something, because one of the biggest lessons that I learned is you can learn something from somebody even if they're younger than you. And a lot of older people don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. A younger kid, a little kid, could teach you something that you didn't even know. But yeah, just those lessons, and just being around him just helped shape who I was today. And that always hold a special place in my heart. That's it for the questions, though. If y'all have any additional questions, I'll answer them down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the noti bell, subscribe. Oh, share the video. Share it to your dog, your cat, your mama, sister, brother, whomever. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.